Alright guys, this time I'm back out along the Wanney again, my favourite local river. I'm planning to do a one night solo wild camp at Camp Helmet. I don't know what to expect to find when I get there. I'm hoping it's all still intact and it hasn't been like ransacked or anything like that, so fingers crossed. Damien's not with us on this one. I think he's away to Harwood Forest, some sort of Bigfoot documentary, so I can't wait until that one comes out. Should be really interesting. I've just literally finished work and it's about 5:30, so I'm going to try and cram it all in. So get the fire going, get camp set up. Maybe, like I say, try an hour or so as fishing. Whatever I catch, providing it's legal, will be getting cooked tonight on my new stove type oven thing, which will all be enlightened a little bit later on. So yep, just making my way into camp now. It's a nice night. It's been raining for most of the day and it's only just stopped raining like a couple hours ago, so everything's like really fresh and it's quite warm as well. It's about 20 degrees. It's going to be about maybe 14-15 degrees tonight, so I'm just going to be like sleeping light in a bivvy with a little tarp, just something quick and simple. So yep, we'll catch us later. I've got me French Army, vintage French Army rucksack on the day. It's quite light and easy to use, plus there's still quite a lot of gear up at camp anyway, so I didn't really need to carry all that much in. Well, I've just arrived at camp. So a secret stash seems to be intact. So as you can tell, I'm a bit knackered walking up that steep embankment. Right, I'm just going to get set up. So all I'm doing here is just using a little bit of old rope which was lying around, I think, from the last camp. So I'm just going to basically string this tarp up at, I think it's about 6 foot by 6 foot. That's all I'll need. So I'm just going to put it between these two trees here. So that's basically camp set up. There's Damien's old camp bed there, which I've salvaged. I don't know if I'd be able to take my weight or not, like. And that's the tarp up. So it's not forecast to rain the night. We've had that earlier, so I think I'm going to be pretty dry. Plus I've got a seating all bonus. So that's it, all doing the little camp chair there. So I'll probably start the fire a little bit later on and get some cooking done. So when we camp up and I'll set up, I can start and chill a little bit now. So I think I'll crack a can. The only thing I'll be cracking off, mind. And start and chill a little bit. All done, dusted, and I think it's about, maybe it's just after 6 o'clock. So I've probably got about 3 hours of daylight in the middle of the woods by myself. What could be better, eh? Another thing I should mention as well, that there's absolutely no wind. Not up here, there isn't anyway. So no wind, no rain forecast. So that's why I've kind of like been a little bit late on the camp. I really haven't spent much time on it really. Just finishing work, you cannot really be asked. So it's, I mean, that's what this camp's designed for really, just for quickness. Stashing a little bit of stuff away so you're not like hauling too much gear in. You know, so it's, all your gear's just there. So champion, with 20 minutes that took us to set that up, if that, probably just 15. Latest situation, I've been attacked by wasps. I don't know whether it's me Stella what they're smelling, but I had 3 wasps flying around us. I hate the friggin' things. Hate wasps with a vengeance. They just ruin where my seed is there. I hope I haven't put my cam up near a hive. They're just flying around my chair there. Bastard things. Thing about this camp, you've got like a ridge line here where it's all flat. Beyond that's like a steep embankment and there's like a footpath. So to avoid detection you just step a bit back, and it's a good bit of concealment actually, because the closer you get, in the path's just down there and the river beyond it. Come say hello to my little friend. This is me little blue submarine, or me 1950s space gun. What it actually is a 12 string. What it actually is a 12-hole ocarina. And what it's used for is cooing all the doves and pigeons out the trees, so you can hit them with your catapult. This is basically what you do. Then the pigeons come down. It's like the mating call. Took us about 2 hours to learn that actually. I'm a sad get really. But 12 hole ocarina. Check it out on YouTube and see how it's played properly. This is my little Joe's harp. Don't know whether you can see it. You just basically hold it like that, rest your teeth just on there. And that's basically what you do. Don't clamp too hard on there, because what happens is you just get like a dull thud. You just got to basically rest your teeth so it resonates through your gums. You see normal people go to the pub on a Friday night, but us wild campers, we're a different breed of species. We like to get in amongst it in the woods and try different things, because you know this is where it's at. I'm trying something a little bit different this time. It's an old pot, and I've put like a grill inside, which I'm going to cover up with a bit of tin foil so it'll act like there's an oven. I'm going to just place it on there and just see what happens. Like I say, it's just a little bit of trial and error, just trying something a little bit different. I just had to put a few sticks on there just to weigh the tin foil down a bit. Something's actually walking because I can smell it. Smells absolutely lovely. The joy about this sort of cooking is you can just sit back without having to check it every 5 minutes. It's kind of like a controlled way of cooking, really. It just gives you more time to indulge in a little few more of these. Like I say, you could be sat at home watching soaps, or you could be out here enjoying the wildlife in the woods, doing a little bit of cooking. Because you know it makes sense, and you know this is where it's at. See that there, the steam off the food, and that's how you know it's cooking. I haven't worked out a way yet to get the pan off the fire without burning my hands. That's the trick. So what I've done is I've moved the pot further down so it cooks a little bit slower. And I've still kept the main fire going. I'll just give that another few more minutes. Smells delicious. They look pretty darn good to me, like. Just let them cool off a bit. Here's my chop suey rolls, what I just had on the side. I don't think they look too bad actually. Pretty hot. But I think they're done nigh on perfect. Now again, the finished article. Oven cooked here in the woods. Done to perfection. I'm going to wash it down with my last can of Stella Artois. If I didn't wake up tomorrow with the shits, I think that's the result. Didn't get us wrong. I like camping out with other people, but I think when you do like a solo wild camp, it makes you more at one with nature, because you have time to reflect and take in everything that's going on around. I was just in the lakes last week with a family and my granddaughter, who was only 3, and she loved it. So she's taking the camping. But I also like this, just being in the woods on a solo wild camp. I didn't think Wallace quite gets the gist of this, because she said, "Oh, you're going out on a wild camp in the middle of the woods. Aren't you frightened? Are you not spooked?" And I just say, "Well, no, I'm used to it." Don't get us wrong, I miss me bed, and Wallace being sort of like snuggled up against us. But this sort of thing makes you appreciate your bed. You know, when you get back home, and you know, it makes you appreciate all the sort of like the convenience of being at home. You've got the kettle there, and you've got the telly, and you've got all the luxuries. So by doing this, it makes you like appreciate that little bit more when you do get back home. Not having things bite you, sting you. But it's a lush night. It's warm. It's quite still, there's no wind. It's a bonus. I like being out here with Damien and Davey as well, because it's just that extra bit banter. But sometimes you can just get caught up that much in the banter and this, that and t'other, you haven't really got, or you can't really be bothered to video. You know, it then becomes a little bit of a chore. You just want to sort of like enjoy the moment and, you know, have a bit crack on and this, that and t'other. But when you're doing like a solo wild camp, you're more focused on your videoing and your preparation and that sort of thing. You know, you can take in the atmosphere a little bit better and absorb what's going on around you. So it's nice just to get out by yourself and do this sort of thing. But you know me, I mean, if you've watched me videos in the past, I like to just try different things, you know. I don't just do the bushcrafty type videos. I like to get into the lakes and, you know, do a bit of walking and, you know, local history and that sort of thing. So I try and make it a little bit different, so I didn't bore yous. That's me busy doing for the night. So we'll see yous in the morning. Nighty night. Morning. Not a bad night actually. Slept alright. Everything's relatively dry. No rain. It's quite warm actually. So that was me setup. My little cooking system here. It worked alright. I mean, you know, it has its flaws, but it done the job. It cooked the food, and I haven't got the shit, so that's a bonus anyway. So I think I'll stash that because it's a bit too big and bulky for to take home with us. Obviously get rid of me rubbish, and that's it. Just get tidied up and head off back home. Well, that's another successful night at Camp Helmet. This camp wasn't designed to be sort of like robust and serious, because there's too many people come by here, and I think if we built anything elaborate it would just get destroyed, so that's why we just like stashed the stuff and cleared away, and leave no trace basically, because there's too many sort of like housing estates nearby and people walking their dogs and kids playing around, so I think it would be just a matter of time before the camp would get found anyway, so that's why we're just keeping it as it is, and it serves its purpose. It just means we haven't got to carry loads of stuff in and that sort of thing, so all's good. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, get yourself in amongst it, because you know this is where it's at.